So looking at the review worksheet, assignment for those is just the odds. You don't have to do all of them. Answers are posted in Schoology already. Look at number 7. The reason I want to do number 7 is because of the 2 theta there. That messes with some people. So that's why we're doing this one. First thing, though, is to get this tangent of 2 theta by itself. So let's multiply both sides by -3. So tangent of 2 theta equals negative square root of 3. Plus we haven't done a tangent one today, so let's see. The tangent is negative square root of 3. Well, the tangent is negative in quadrant 2 and 4. And the tangent 3 trick is that if there's 1, 3 in the answer, there's 1, 3 in the angle. So that means the angle is over 3. And if it's in the second quadrant, or the fourth quadrant, and I only need to pick one of them, I'll do negative pi over 3. But if you said 2 pi over 3, that would be equally correct. And then how do I get the other angle without listing them twice? What's the tangent rule? Plus pi k will get all of them. Now here's the reason I picked this problem, is because 2 theta has to equal all of that. Not just theta, because 2 theta was the argument. Now I'll divide by 2. But don't divide by 2 until you've accounted for everything. So if I divide everybody by 2, or multiply by a half, if that's easier, negative pi over 6 plus pi k over 2. So most people remember to divide by 2. A few people, they think the tangent rule, well, they know the tangent rule is add pi k, and so they wait to the very end and put it on. But you can't wait till the very end, because then you'd forget the 2 there. So put it on when you come up with the answer, and then divide everybody by 2. Yes?
Can you also correct if we put like 1/2 pi k?
Sure. Yep. Yeah, and so my key is going to have a lot of different answers on it, because if I had started with 2 pi over 3 plus pi k, then my answer would be pi over 3 plus, and then I could write it like you said, 1/2 pi k. That would be an okay answer as well. Even though those look very different, they're describing the same set of angles. So that you don't have to worry about it. When you come up with one set of answers that describes everything, you're good. I'm just going to have to be careful, because people are going to answer this question differently, and both of those answers are correct. All right, let's look at 19. Two sine squared theta plus 3 equals 4. So job 1 would be to get sine squared by itself. So I'm going to subtract 3 and divide by 2. Sine squared equals 1/2. Well, that's tempting, because that's a unit circle value, but I can't go to the unit circle yet because this is sine squared. So let's square root both sides. And here's the reason I did this problem. Because when you square root both sides, what do you need to remember to do? The plus or minus. Like, everybody remembers that when I say it. Will you remember it when you're on your own working one of these problems? I hope so. So I'm going to split that up and make it 1 over square root of 2. Sort of split up the square root, because I can take the square root of the top. That is not a unit circle value, or at least it doesn't look like it. until I fix it. And then it's root 2 over 2. So that would be the over 4s. The positive ones would be the up variety. So pi over 4 and 3 pi over 4. The negative ones would be the down variety. So that would be 5 pi over 4 and either 7 pi over 4 or negative pi over 4. Same thing. Since I'm kind of working around, I guess I would usually go with the negative, but since I'm working all the positives, I think I'll write this one as 7 pi over 4. So the main point of that one is don't forget the plus or minus when you square root both sides. All right, I'm hopeful for this test. I feel like we've spent a lot of days reviewing. You've got lots of practice. Most of you have been doing the practice and doing the work. So I'm hopeful that Wednesday and Thursday go well for you and you finish the 9 weeks with a good, strong test grade. That's my hope.